Well, the opportunities that we've had is that we've been able to outreach into our community. Of course, there's been a bit of a challenge, which we'll talk about later, with the onset of COVID, but we've been able to outreach into our community in ways that the people here would not have been able to have without us being here. Well, the prayers and the financial support have been absolutely vital for us. Firstly, prayer. Everything that is done, everything we do is undergirded by prayer, both for us as a church, but also for our sending church, Toowoomba Wesleyan Methodist, but also the district. So as a result of that, we've been able to partner with some people in the community. I know I'm involved personally with the focus group here, the Westbrook focus group, which is a group of community-minded people, and I've been able to help support them and facilitate them, and it's also given me an opportunity in this coming year to get involved in RE in the local school. Well, God has been really at work in our church family just by establishing relationship, because particularly for a small church, for a pod church, which of course is pioneering outreach discipleship, we need to be very bound together and have a common vision. And I believe that for us, the most important thing in the foundational time has been to establish strong relationships and strong prayer. And going forward, I think that we can believe that God is going to continue to increase. We've seen answers to prayer where people have been healed, which is a great blessing. That when you start to see not only spiritual healing, but you start to see physical healings happening, that is an encouragement to our church, an encouragement for us to continue to reach out into our community. And of course, when we started this pod church, we started on the 8th of March last year, which of course most people would know was 3 weeks before churches were locked down because of COVID. So that presented a huge challenge for us, but we were able to use Zoom and other opportunities to be able to continue to connect. And the great thing that happened over those 3 weeks is that we had a couple families that connected with us, and they stayed with us.
We want to thank the district for their involvement in giving support in the Darling Downs zone. This gives a freedom for us to be able to concentrate on other areas that we normally couldn't have done when we were trying to raise that little bit of extra support. So thank you as you've invested in the pod here in the Darling Downs at Westbrook, and we look forward to seeing what God does in the future as He opens up more opportunities, because we want to be led by the Spirit of God. We don't want to make us jump forward, as it were, to try to move into a particular area when it's not the right timing for it. And we are grateful that God has enabled us to have a team of people to go and be a part of these pods, but it's only because of the district and the national vision, of which we subscribe wholeheartedly to, and thank you.
We've been amazed that when we've given away, the people who are probably our key people, key leaders, usually it's the way, that God has given back to us. And so
Yes.
we want to assure people in churches, I guess coming from a different perspective, that you can be outward looking. You can think, how can we, have a dream to give away to a pod or to a church plant or to something, and know that God will honour you in that regard. We have enjoyed the journey with it. It's been tough at some times. The hard part was, it's like birthing a child. It's very hard sometimes to say goodbye and to let go, but the benefit has been that both have grown. Both churches have grown.
True.
And that's been really important. But it's only because the funding and support is there, and we would love to see this more in other churches as well. And so that's why we're excited about the MULCH funding and being able to support that.
We are excited about planting churches in the South Queensland district. Just like our national vision statement says, we celebrate every time a disciple makes a disciple and a church multiplies itself until there is the transforming presence of Christ in every community. But for that to happen, we need funds to be able to encourage these different churches, to be able to support these different churches. So I'm asking, would you give to these ventures? Thank you.